Hello and welcome to this Louisiana Beer Reviews Taste Challenge. Icehouse, introduced in 1993, 5.5% alcohol. Once again, yeah. Versus Busch Ice, introduced in 1995, always been 5.9. Sold in Texas. I bought some in Mississippi last week, but it's not in Louisiana yet, nor has it ever been sold in this state. Perhaps it's on the way. The new can design, you see the old Busch Ice design. It was a sharp looking can then. I know there was a previous design, but I never got a hold of that one. And Icehouse has changed over the years. This is some of that. This is the original, but they've had other variants as well, which I have some. It got a little faded. This one luckily hasn't really faded too much. So let's pour. I think I should be able to tell a difference. 5.5 to 5.9 is a bit of a difference. Icehouse. A lot of smoke here. November 6, 2017. Icehouse always did have like a little twang to it, little almost a malt liquor twanginess or yeastiness. It's kind of a strange thing to describe, or difficult. It's strange and difficult to describe. I used to like it because it reminded me of Dixie, back in the New Orleans brewed Dixie beer days now, mind you, up until August 29th, 2005. Dixie never tasted the same after. The MillerCoors brewed Dixie tasted pretty good, but it wasn't the same. And the new Tennessee brewed Dixie is good, but just good, like an 85. You know, just straight good. Whereas I think the MillerCoors was very good, perhaps even A-, but probably very good. And the New Orleans brewed version I thought was in the excellent range, maybe A- range, you know, in the A- area. So I've had Busch Ice, excuse me, Busch Ice off and on over the years, but not so much because I can't get it. But if I'm out and about on a trip, I'll pick some up. I know Drunken One over there in Texas was doing a hangout with us, and he was saying he drinks Busch a lot, but he finds it's very watery. And he was drinking the Busch Ice and said, boy, it had a lot more flavor and character. He said he thought he might start drinking that one. So the price is the same. Let's see. Clear as a bell, yellow fizzy stuff, but really this one, the Icehouse, is more of a gold, an old gold, and this is the yellow gold, okay? So, yeah, Icehouse does have a little darker appearance. I'm not shocked by that. Definitely looking into the glass, it's darker. So I keep that in mind. I don't want to be tipped off to which is which. I remember when Icehouse debuted in '93, there was a big advertising push. You might have seen a lot of ads during football games on television, and for Red Dog in '94. And they were sold at the above premium level, like at the Michelob level, or the Miller Genuine Draft. Well, Genuine Draft was sold as a premium level. I'm trying to think of a Miller beer that was above. It was the Plank Road Brewery, so it was a little more than regular Miller Genuine Draft. Like I say, at the Michelob level. Maybe at the George Killian's Irish Red level with Coors, something like that. I guess the sales weren't where they wanted them to be. And so slowly you notice that Red Dog, which we no longer get in Louisiana, and Icehouse were relegated to the below premium level, the value price level. I glanced. Dark, gold, I mean that gold is just too apparent. So you started to see people looking down at them like, ugh. gas station beer is what Dr. Dave Coulter called it on a previous taste challenge. Of course, if you go to gas stations these days, you can get some pretty good craft beers, so that term isn't so apropos anymore. But a lot of people that are younger drinkers don't realize that Icehouse and Red Dog used to be positioned at the higher level price point. Busch Ice was always at the budget level, along with Natural Light, and it used to be Natural Lager. Although, that's another one that in the late 70s up until around 1982, 83, Natural Light was sold at the premium level. It was the flagship light beer at Anheuser-Busch. Alright, anyway, I have them mixed enough. Try to beat the refrigerator coming on, cycling on. Very yeasty, yeast, bready dough, like bread dough. Really nice aroma. Makes me think it must be Busch Ice. You can probably see what it is, but I'm not sure about that. Sweeter, like corn and standard American style adjunct lager aroma. But maybe this one's more gamey. I hear those acorns now. They're going to be falling, hitting that shed for months now. Okay, taste. Yeah, I know that taste. Yeah, I know that taste. That twanginess in the 6.9% Icehouse, I didn't like it. I noticed that Circle K, they still got 18-ounce bottles of the 6.9 in a bunch of bottles. They seem to still be within the date range, so it almost makes me want to go buy a few just to say, okay, give it one last go. But then, what's the point of it? I didn't really care for it. We're almost done. 5.9 to 5.5, they're really not that different in body, flavor, enjoyment. If I was shopping for ice beer, I would say go with price. Honestly, there's no winner. It's not that I would like one more than the other. I might go with Busch Ice, just because I think it's usually a little cheaper and you get a little more alcohol, because that does tend to give it a little more body, although I'm not detecting an appreciable difference here. I think this more doughy, twangy one is Icehouse. I like that doughy, twangy thing. This has a little bit more metallic, maybe, from the hops. I know when I was drinking on the road trip back from Alabama through Mississippi, I was tasting the Icehouse, the Busch Ice, and I was saying the hop note really does start to come through. The IBUs must be good, a relatively bit, a good deal higher in a relative sense than like a Busch beer. It was really starting to, you could feel that little hop bitterness in the back. And I guess that's to help balance out the sweetness from the higher ABV. Okay, I'm going to say this is Icehouse. I think I prefer it a little bit more, so I guess it is the winner. By your nose. It is Icehouse. I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it! I thought I would get it right, but it was closer than I thought. I thought it would just be bam and I got it. But it was more like, think it through and get it. But I did get it. And so I think Icehouse is a better product, but just a little bit better. But I'd be very pleased with either one. Yes, very pleased with either one. So thank you for watching this taste challenge. You won't see any more Busch Ice because this is the last can. And y'all come on down to Louisiana.